Rahman Saab came up with the melody and the track of Param Sundari. Initially, I had written something else on that. It was something, Kamariya hilli duli jaye re meri, Kamariya hilli duli jaye re meri. Meri param sundari. It does fit, it does go well. Writing a song, it's a very solitary process. Because I'm a fan of his singing, I always wanted to be present while he sings, at least my lyrics, you know.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning more than 3 decades, Rahman Music Sheets. Now in World Records India as the world's longest running series on one composer. Hi friends! Discover the top take as we uncover the wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this musical moment of the day.
वो अमेरिकी जोड़ा आया है ना अमर महल में, उन्हें ना अब बहुत पसंद आ गई है और वो चाहते हैं कि उनका बच्चा आप पैदा करो क्योंकि भगवान ने इतना बढ़िया बनाया है.
2021 Mimi, a bold remake of the 2011 Marathi film.
बच्चे को कोख में पालना ना दुनिया का सबसे महान काम होता है. मेरा बस चले ना तो मैं भी पाल लूं.
और पैदा कहाँ से करोगे? पीछे से.
Set against the backdrop of surrogacy, where Indian women were becoming surrogate mothers for foreigners.
आपको बच्चा पैदा करने के लिए जॉन जी के साथ सोना नहीं है. ये एक नया तरीका है. इसको बोलते हैं surrogacy.
AR Rahman's soundtrack brought both soul and sensitivity. 7 diverse songs brought alive by unique voices. Shilpa Rao, Sahasha Tirupati, Kailash Kher, Khatija Rahman and Shreya Ghoshal. Param Sundari, a folk-flavoured dance track that became the face of the soundtrack. A full-blown mass entertainer.
Param Sundari actually we shot last and this is like her intro.
A song that travelled far beyond the film, reached the Billboard charts among the world's top songs. Yet, Param Sundari wasn't just a hit song. It was another lesson in writing between the lines.
Again, this was yet another collaboration with Maddox Films, which is Dinesh, Vijan. We had worked quite a lot in the past also. And I heard the basic storyline when it was narrated to me. I found the story very interesting, the characters very interesting. And yes, you're right, there were quite a few interesting situations for the film. See, Param Sundari became the most popular track of the song. Although that is always there, that one big promotional dance number. And Param Sundari is a song we did in the last, right in the end. The rest of the songs, you know, they happened earlier. Hututu happened earlier. The Lori happened earlier. These songs, well, over a period of time they happened. And Param Sundari happened in the end, the very end. Interesting story, I would say, was with Param Sundari only, because we were trying to create a song, but again, nothing was working really. You know, that song, the song wasn't really falling into place. I went to Chennai with the producer and the director, and we sort of jammed on a few ideas. We shortlisted few things, but still, you know, that wow feeling was not coming. Then Rahman Saab came up with the melody and the track of Param Sundari. And initially I had written something else on that. It was something, Kamariya hilli duli jaye re meri, Kamariya hilli duli jaye re meri, something like that. Which was more of a placeholder dummy thing, but it wasn't really working. And at that time I was working on another film for some other composer where, you know, this Param Sundari thought I had written for another different song. But it was there, lying sort of in my kitty unused or whatever. And And Dinu, as in Dinesh Vijan, we call him Dinu. So Dinu, one day we were in Chennai only, he asked me, what do you feel? Do you have anything that is lying around with you which you have not used recently or something that can work here? So I just thought for 2 minutes and suddenly this came to me. I said, yes, there was one song that I tried, a scratch for another film. It was a phrase called Param Sundari. So he said, how does it go? So I said, this is like, it goes like this. Well, can you try and fit it into this melody? Does it work? So when I fit it, it went, Param, 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 Param Sundari. It does fit, it does go well. Well, okay, sounds good. Let's go to Rahman Sahib. We went, he liked the word, and that's how it came into being. So for this one, but so for the point that I'm trying to make is, I think the credit should go to Dinesh Vijan because he pushed me to pull something out and then he said, yes, it's working, let's go. Otherwise, I was just searching, endlessly.
Amitabh, this song was on Billboard charts also.
Yeah, I heard that. Absolutely, it did.
Did it come as a sense of achievement?
Sense of achievement, and also those were the pandemic times. Thoda sa anyways in general music, cinema, everything had, toned down a little, सब कम हो गया. तो मैं जब ये गाना आया, चला, लोगों ने पसंद किया. So yeah, it's sort of a reassurance. Okay, yeah, things are good. Life is coming back to normal. That kind of feeling. And it was shot also very interestingly. Kriti did a very interesting job on the song. I think it was choreographed by Mr. Ganesh Acharya, if I'm not, yeah.
If Param Sundari lets us into the world of Mimi's dreams, Rihaee De is about lost dreams. A woman trapped within her own emotions. Rahman chose to sing it himself, and not just for the film. He stepped before the camera to present Rihaee De as the soul of Mimi.
In this song, I remember I knew the situation that I was supposed to write for and loved the melody genuinely. And Rahman Sahib had obviously sent it in his voice only, so I quite liked it. And at times what happens is that the main phrase or the word of the song, which sort of becomes the name of the song. So Rihaee De, the moment I heard it, Rihaee De came to me, I remember. And from word go, it worked for me, it worked for him. And it sort of fell into place as far as the meaning and the thought of the song is concerned. And when Rahman Sahib eventually sang it again, for me it was like the high point of the film, that he sang it. Another very interesting thing, at least with me, that has happened is, because I'm a fan of his singing, I always wanted to be present while he sings at least my lyrics, Anybody would want that. But I think he is not very comfortable with that. So till date, or whichever song, like in every album he has sung a couple of songs himself that I've written. But he always does it in his private space and time, and then he sends me the song. And so I remember the song Rihaee De, which he sang in Mimi. So I really wanted to be there. Now, what happens at times is, especially for this song Rihaee De, when he had sent the song to me, so the track, it was a different kind of a track. That was the initial or the rough or the scratch track, and the melody on it was going in a certain way. So I placed and scanned scan is the word we use for metering that we do, in a certain way. But when he dubbed it, he slightly, I think, changed the rhythm of it or something. So hence the syncopation went a little different. So he sang it a little differently. So I wanted to change a couple of words in that or something. I don't exactly remember right now. So I remember I brought it up with his team, and then Rahman Sahib called me and said, I said, sir, actually I had written it to your previous version, the way you had done it, but now it can go in a different way. I have thought of this. Why don't you? But then he said, no, I have, with the thing with my singing is I go into that one particular space and mood and I do it. It's very tough for me to recreate that, or at least achieve that particular mood or whatever, So he didn't re-sing it, but there was one word I remember. It was like something लहरें साहिल से रूठ गई क्यों. So there was this root गई, but the th sound hadn't come. He had sung root गई. He had sung like that. So I requested, sir, at least just correct that because it's sounding root. I needed to be root गई क्यों. So he just punched in that much and root गई, and he corrected and sent it to me. So I wish I can just someday be there while he sings those words, but I don't think he's very comfortable with that.
Amitabh, as you just mentioned, Mr. Rahman has his own process of singing. When you write a song, what's your process? Obviously, the entire song can't be written in one go.
No, exactly.
You may have some trigger words. Can you explain the process? How a lyricist struggles with his own words, his own choices, before a song or even a thought is presented to anybody else?
True.
Are you fighting with yourself?
True. See, there's so many parts to this question. Now, first of all, film songs that we do have always been, it has been mainly words being fit to tunes. Tunes mostly come first. And in today's times, not only the tune, but also the sound and the track, and this is going to be a disco track or a club track or a folk track or whatever. And then you start writing it. So I believe broadly most lyricists would be going through the same process. But I can only speak for what I go through or what I feel. The first thing is I need to understand and absorb the melody correctly. If I am able to hum it correctly in its correct form, or at least its correct meter, then I'll be able to fit the words to it. Now, so many times it happens that there are some melodies that you listen to and instantly something comes to your mind, and there are certain melodies which take a little bit of time, and you either get stuck or you keep procrastinating. Okay, असल लिखता हूँ, कल सोचता हूँ, थोड़ा 2 दिन और ले लेता हूँ, ऐसा कुछ करता हूँ. तो both the things happen. One thing I can tell you for sure is that when I look back at it, this mostly happens to me when a song comes out into the world, it's released, it becomes popular, it becomes a hit. And then you see people enjoying it, either it's playing on television, people are dancing to it, or it's playing at a concert. Like a lot of my singer friends and my composer friends, they send me clips of they record videos live on stage at concerts, and they send me a video of the song, how millions of people together are singing those lines. So that particular time, I get a very interesting feeling, and I go back to that point in time where the melody was sent to me. Maybe it was the late hours of the night or evening. I'm in my room or my place doing my work by myself. As it is, writing a song, it's a very solitary process. Writing itself, but even songs, because composers, they have a team, they have team members, or whatever. But for a lyricist, it's a very solitary job. This melody is in your head, or you're listening to it on your headphones and you're writing it in your own time. So there's this one particular moment when whatever number of songs that I've written and the ones that people love or remember, there was these few hours when it came, the idea came, and it was only with me. I had not even shared it with the composer. Maybe I played it to the composer the next day, or sent the song on a WhatsApp note, or I met them and I sang it out to them. And eventually they liked it, the song got recorded, got shot, released, became a hit. But those few hours when it was only mine, the song was only mine, the thought has only come to me. It might have happened to me when I wrote a Kabira or an emotional atyachar.
Tera emotional atyachar.
Or a Balam Bichkari. Or a Dil Hai Mushkil, or you name it. So I go back to that moment, that at that point in this whole universe, I was the only one who knew these words on this melody, not even the composer. Then it goes out into outer circles, and eventually it belongs to the entire world. So that's one feeling that always comes to me. But yeah, coming back to the process, coming back to a question, it's a solitary job, and it's just, in my case, how well connected or how triggered I am by a melody. If I really connect with it, and songs happen over 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and there are songs that take 15 days also. So I just dread the latter and always hope for the former.
Amitabh, since we are talking about a lyricist's process of writing, there is a unique point here. There appears to be no nepotism. We have had music directors, actors, film directors where second, third, fourth generations have carried the legacy. But there are very few examples of lyricists. Besides Javed Akhtar Saab and Sameer Saab, not many are there. What can be the reason?
Well, now that you ask me, I've never thought about the fact that is there a reason behind it logically. No, it's... see, it's the same thing, just like, there was Sajid Dev Burman and followed by R.D. Burman, but there have not been other composers who have had, to some extent, Roshan Saab and Rajesh Roshan, the closest example that we have encountered. But वो हुआ नहीं कभी. तो it's a matter of luck also कि भाई, if you are good at a certain craft and your next generation or your child also somehow inherits from you and is luckily that good. वो singers के साथ भी हुआ, actors के साथ भी हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Actually, good point. Why has it never happened? I don't know. In my case, it's definitely not happened because I'm not married and I'm not going to have kids. So, I don't know. But a point to think about. Interesting.
Coming back to Mimi, we just discussed that Param Sundari made it to Billboard charts. But Mimi, the entire soundtrack was also submitted for Grammys. What are your thoughts on that?
See, not that I have much to say about it. It's of course interesting that it was done. Like, it often happens, so many films, either I have been part of them or even I haven't been. Like, some album goes to the Grammys or some film goes into the submission of the Academy Award or some other thing. So, yes, those are prestigious awards, prestigious platforms. If somehow you connect with them, you participate in them, or you're in the lineup, of course it's a big honor. Who wouldn't like that? But for me, somehow at the end of the day, films, cinema, songs, it's ultimately about moving the end user, the audience, the listener. So that is the biggest thing that can happen. An album might not make it to the Grammy, a film might not make it to the biggest of awards, or vice versa. But if it solves its purpose of, as a listener, as a audience, when you watch that film, when you listen to that song, if you're moved the way it was intended to, that is the biggest thing that can happen to a song, or the biggest success that can come your way.
Coming up next, Padma Bhushan and Grammy winner Pandit Vishwamohan Bhatt became a part of Mimi. How? And what is Rahman's biggest advantage as a singer? Amitabh reveals his favorite Rahman song. Music, memories, moments, and more stories between the lines. Amitabh Bhattacharya returns in the next episode of Rahman Music Sheets. Stay with us.
There was these few hours when it came, the idea came, and it was only with me. I had not even shared it with the composer. It might have happened to me when I wrote a Kabira or an Emotional Atyachar or a Balam Bichkari or a Aidil Hai Mushkil or you name it. At that point, in this whole universe, I was the only one who knew these words on this melody. Not even the composer. Then it goes out into outer circles, and eventually it belongs to the entire world.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon, and stay entertained.